Hey guys, in this video I'll go over the Paranoid Android ROM for the Samsung Galaxy S3, and I have the AT&T version with me. I'm gonna quickly start up the ROM first, so that you guys can take a look at the boot animation of this ROM. And let me tell you a few things about this ROM until the actually starts up on the phone. So this ROM is based off the CyanogenMod 10 nightly build, and this ROM is a true hybrid ROM. It means that it has a phone UI combined with a tablet UI, and that's the good thing about this ROM. And looks like the ROM has started up, and as you can notice, the lock screen is quite similar to that of the CM ROM, or the the default Android Jelly Bean lock screen. You do have the same targets: Google Love, camera, and the lock unlock button. And as you can notice, I have my status bar on the bottom instead of having it at the top. That's one setting what you can change. One of the, quite a few settings what you can change in this ROM. And the home screen looks pretty much the same as you would expect in any, AOSP based ROM. And as you can see, you have the five home screens, or you get the five home screens with the ROM. And if you have seen or noticed in my previous videos, I only use three home screens, which is a lot to me. And yeah, everything works quite smooth in this ROM as well. You don't notice any stutters. Everything just works fine. To go to the notification center, all you need to do is, instead of swiping down, you now have to swipe up at the bottom right corner, and you do get a small, or a reduced notification center, the same way as you would see in a tablet. So that's the notification center. Now let's get into the system settings and let's see what we have in there. The first thing you would notice is a dual panel view of the system settings. So you have a real nice view in two panes. So on the left side you have all the the settings what you see, and on the right side you would see the in-depth settings. Like when you select the data usage, you would see the data usage displayed on the right instead of going into a new page of the data usage. So this takes the advantage of the full 720p real estate of the screen. And let's quickly go over the ROM specific settings. So as you would expect, this ROM comes with a Trebuchet launcher, and it has some home screen settings as you would expect for any ROM. And you have various different ROM options, like setting padding options, like setting the default home screen, the number of home screens, scrolling wallpaper, showing the page indicator, and various other options. So those are all the options what you get under home screen. And you do have two other options, drawer and general. So when you go into the drawer, you have basic drawer options what you would need for the ROM, and you have auto screen rotate under general. And under the lock screen you have lock screen specific options. So you have the system security. If you want to change the system security, if you want to give a password, you want to give a pattern, you can set that in the lock screen options. And you have various different options like calendar, weather, and other things. You do have an option of adding custom lock screen targets to your lock screen, so you can do that as well. You also have themes option, like you would expect for the AOSP based ROM. You do have system settings where you can change the settings specific to the status bar, notification bar, and certain actions related to the hardware keys, and font size, the power menu related with the power key. When you long press the power key, what all things you would see. And the most important thing is the Paranoid Android settings. This is where all the magic happens of the hybrid UI. So the first option is the workspace settings, where you can change the basic look of the ROM. Currently I have it as the tablet UI, and basically this ROM comes with the stock UI, and I have the tablet UI big workspace. And in the user interface options, you can change each and individual settings, whatever you want, like the workspace settings, system app settings. So can take a look at that. And one of the most important things is under the apps, you can change DPI settings for each and every individual app. So you can play around with each and every individual app as well as the widget. And you do have backup and restore section wherein you can back up your settings and you can restore them whenever you lose them. And you do have various other basic settings what you would expect with any ROM. And let's quickly go under about phone and let's quickly take a look at the version numbers. So it's running 4.1.1 and it's 2.17 version. Paranoid Android version is 2.17. Just for namesake, just quickly take a look at the versions there. So yeah, let's now take a look at different app settings which come by default. And first we'll take a look at the Gmail app, how it basically looks in this ROM. So let's go under the Gmail app. So you do have the same dual pane view as you would expect in a tablet mode. So you have all the sections on the left side and you would get your mail on the right side, which is pretty good. Pretty good. It takes up all the screen space, which I really like. And the same thing goes for the YouTube app. You have a tablet view, like the 3D view, what you would see in a tablet. You have the same view here in the YouTube app as well. And finally, you have the browser. You have multiple tabs open at the same time. All tabs you can see at the same time, as you would expect to see in the tablet. So as you can see, you have multiple tabs on the screen at the same time, and all of the apps what I've shown right now come by default. You don't have to change any DPI settings. That's one good thing I like about this ROM. You don't have to change any DPI settings and you would get a tablet view. Whereas in AOKP, which has recently added the tablet mode, you have to set your own custom DPI settings, and it's quite time-taking process because you have to play around with different DPI settings. But this ROM comes with some DPI settings, and if you don't like the DPI settings which comes with the ROM, you can change at any point of time. But I really like the DPI settings which come with this ROM. So it has a perfect hybrid UI, and if you're looking out for something like this, what I've shown, you would really like this ROM. And as I've said earlier, I've been using this ROM for 2 days and I haven't seen any stutter whatsoever. Everything has been running smooth, so definitely you can use it as a daily driver. So that's all for this video, guys. If you have any questions, put them in the comments, and if you like the video, please rate the video, and thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos.